Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Masters Championship. This time it's Friday night, time for Division 3, and we are back here in Austria on the Red Bull Ring. My name is Racing P1, and with me again in the commentary box like last week is the one and only Simon, but also known as Sage. Welcome, mate.
Thank you. It's always good to be back.
Nice you're here again, and as you can see, 17 drivers on the grid. It's a really wet session indeed. So all the other divisions had a little bit of luck with no rain, and now Division 3. It's time for a wet session, so let's see how they can handle those. And yeah, what are you expecting overall of Division 3 tonight, mate?
Well, firstly, let's see how the quali unfolds. It's always interesting when the rain comes. It always changes up a little bit. Let's see if the race is dry or wet. And as always, I'm hoping for a good and clean race.
Yeah, for me personally, I'm hoping that it's a dry race to have good battles on track, great action, but not too bad.
Austria is a really good track for racing, so.
Yeah, so I hope that's not getting interrupted by any rain in the race. Rainy session qualifying is alright, so good to see. Maybe a mix-up grid, upside down maybe some surprises up the grid would be good to see. As we're talking about the grid, firstly, Awesome Dude already retired from the session. He retired before we started the stream, actually. As for new drivers who are taking part tonight, we have in 10th place, replacing Tekken True Okre in the Alfa Romeo, Javier TG979, I hope that's pronounced correctly. He's Italian. If there are any problems with the pronunciation, please let me know how it's pronounced correctly, as Chessmeister goes up into 6th place. Then we've got Callum Payne. He's replacing LTK Wreck in the Toro Rosso. Callum Payne, 1, 2, 3. He's also given his debut tonight. And there was another debutant called Brian Stinray, but he hasn't showed up tonight. So let's see. But overall, it's still a decent enough grid.
Yeah, Bullet Boy setting the early pace here with a 15.2. I think that's going to be really difficult to beat. Difficult to say what the pole time will be, because the rain is always different, but having that 6/10 gap at the moment, he looks pretty good for pole.
Yeah, really good there at the moment for Bullet Boy, as Caesar goes up into 2nd place of 15.7, but still 4/10 off here of Bullet Boy. That's really competitive lap here in the wet indeed. Graham is on the lap.
And we can see that many drivers they do a lot of laps on one set of tires. Graham is on his 4th lap at the moment.
Yeah, true. So take a lot of fuel with you for many laps to get used to the conditions. That's maybe the best thing, how you can handle the conditions out there. To get the rhythm in.
The wet tires aren't necessarily the best tires in the first lap. They sometimes improve and are the best at like lap 2 or lap 3.
As Graham comes around the final corner and he sets a 17.8, that's no improvement unfortunately. Unsafe release is down on his current best. How would you like to call him? Javier? Javier, alright.
That's my best Italian impression.
Alright, so he's on the lap at the moment, the debutant. Let's see how he can do tonight. Also, good luck to Callum Payne and for the rest of the remaining races. So they're coming in for a few guys who have dropped out of the league. So good to see newcomers here for Team C in Division 3. So
yeah, very nice to see.
And also decent grid. So Javier now in the wet, coming to the last couple of corners. Turn 9 and turn 10, really tricky in the wet indeed. But he nails it pretty well, here the apex.
Yeah, pretty good line.
And he comes over the line and sets a 16.0 and goes up into 6th
Good
place.
lap.
Good lap by the debutant.
It's
Matt
really
Holmes.
close between P2 and P9. Only 5 tenths separating.
Yeah. Good to see, especially when it's wet. Oh, Graham 16.0 as well, just 4 milliseconds ahead of Javier.
Yeah, that's after 6 laps on those sweats, so that's really impressive.
So that shows he took a lot of fuel with him there in this Red Bull. And maybe go in now and yeah, take another set of tires and run for the rest of the session. So that's the best thing to do. As we have CVG in 5th place on a lap, I guess, yeah. Coming now to turn 4 in the rain. Here downhill, really hot for braking. Then into this middle sector complex. 2 long left-handers. Don't use too much curb there or it could get invalidated. So the chance to invalidate your lap is even higher in the rain for sure. But these guys are doing a great job out there so far. That's looking like a decent lap here for Steve.
This might be a corner cut there, but...
It's a 15.7, he improves. Just a 10th behind his teammate. Great lap there by Steve. Captain Jobs, he had a bit of bad luck, tough luck there. The last few races. I hope he can bounce back stronger this time.
Yeah, I'm gonna be spectating Captain Chubbs at the start. He usually ends up in, in some carnage, so let's see how he handles it this time.
We know he has the pace, he just needs some luck and get it together. But if he has the chance, he will pounce.
Yep.
Also very tricky here, up the hill, don't brake too late. New points where to brake for sure here. That's pretty important to put some wet practice in, Simon. So, especially for you, do you practice in the wet when it comes to your league race in Division 2?
I never practice for wets. I think it's so boring, and yeah, I just hope that every race is dry.
Yeah, that's the best thing to do. So Division 2 had a bit of luck so far, so no wet race for Division 2. Maybe
Let's
in
jump
Britain.
onto Bullet Boy here. I think he's up on his time.
Oh yeah, also, where is he? I'm watching Captain Jobs. Oh, Bullet Boy, he's
14.5.
Look at this, 14.5. Provisional pole. Who can beat this? That's the question. Captain Jobs, he's doing a 16.2. Goes up into the top 10. It's not too bad.
He's in the shout. If he improves with 3 tenths, he's in P5. So, it's really close.
There's a few drivers switching to intermediates now. The track conditions seem to get better near the end of the session.
Yep. Caesar is on a lap. He's improving at the moment.
Caesar, alright. I think Big Shark is on an in lap, I guess. So let's go with Caesar then.
Coming up to these last 2 corners. As you said, very difficult in the wets. But he managed to keep a pretty good line.
Yeah, really good. Can he improve from that 15.7? It's a 15.5 and he goes up into 2nd place. Good lap there on the wets, but still 1 second of Bullet Boy.
1 second, yeah.
I would have loved to see that Bullet Boy lap there. Jesus Christ, what a lap.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I watched half of it.
Oh, Big Shark has run out of fuel. He needs to get back to the pits ASAP. Captain Jobs is in it already. Yeah, and that's in the pits. The one on an outlap is DVG, so let's go on board with Steve here while I take the chance to go through the current Division 3 standings.
It's going to be important as well in the race to keep an eye on the pit entry.
Oh yeah.
We saw a couple of guys in Division 2 crossing the white line, and that's 20 seconds penalty.
Yeah, that's a good clue indeed. If you don't enter that correctly, as Simon said, it's an instant 20-second time penalty. So we will have a close look on those pit entries as we go through the current standings. So we have the Racing Point pair at the top of Division 3. Caesar leading the way on 97 points. So we have Albin Anderson, who is not here tonight, on 94 points. Then it's Ali, ahead of his teammates DVG. They are both on 87 and 70 points respectively. Extrema is in 5th place on 64 points. S. Jamela, who has dropped out of the league, is still there in the list in 6th place on 55 points. Then Bullet Boy, the current pole setter, on 53 points. Graham, who has won the last race in France, is there on 49 points in 8th place. PFC Steve is in 9th on 45 points, and Unsafe Release is in 10th on 33 points. As for Constructors, Racing Point leading the way on 191 points. Williams in a comfortable 2nd place on 156. Then there's a big fight for 3rd place with Renault on 65. Mercedes on 64, Red Bull on 56, Toro Rosso on 55, McLaren on 48, and Ferrari on 47. So everything to play for. As you can see, the rain has stopped a little bit, or has become a little bit lighter there for intermediates, with 1.5 minutes to go.
Because half of the guys choosing intermediates and a couple of guys choosing wets.
Could be last man over the line, if you ask me here.
Yeah.
If you're on Inters, you might have gone for the correct call here. It's definitely intermediates now. If I was in Division 3, I think I would have gone for intermediates, definitely.
Okay, so let's watch Chessmeister, I think, is first.
Chessmeister.
At the moment.
Good call. That is Chessmeister up into 4th place on a set of...
Now we go to Extrema.
Set of words. Nice lap. Extrema is coming through the final corners.
Slide. On the full wets.
Good lap there by Chessmeister. And Extrema, what can he do? He doesn't improve. He stays 6th place.
Graham. But I don't think he will improve.
But still has time to do another one. He can improve from that 6-0 on those Inters.
PFC Steve sets a 116.0 on the full wets.
On the wet as well. Sector 2 caution. Oh, there's a Alfa Romeo in the barrier. I think that's Seigert. Yes, that's Seigert. He spun out of turn 4. That's his lap over and quali over, I guess.
Caesar won't make it around.
Ah, he stays second. Couldn't make it. Extrema is in sector 2, coming... Oh, he's going a little bit wide there, could be invalidated.
I see Chessmeister again. Start-finish straight. Does not improve.
Does not improve, stays 4th, but a great quali here by Chessmeister in the rain. Extrema goes back into the pits. Graham. Ah, bad camera angle here, let's go on board with him. Bit wide. But good line through the final corner. Can he improve? It's a 16. Ah, no improvement, unfortunately. Stays 8th place. Race winner of last week. PFC Steve goes up into 6th place of 15.7 on the wet. So good to see those improvements. We have
is 2/10 down. Javier is 4/10 up.
Oh, could be a good lap by Javier. It is great lap by Javier. 3rd place, 15.5 also on the wet. So different improvements on different tire compounds, Simon. So that's really impressive.
That's it.
That was an intense quali session. Good to see, and great quali by Javier here.
Yeah, I gotta say, it was a really interesting qualifying session because Javier, one of the last guys on the full wets and still putting up a competitive time, and the Caesar on the intermediate, so...
And the gaps.
No, sorry.
Caesar?
I think everyone did on the full wets. So, yeah, I had the wrong detail, yeah.
Same for me. Best was on full wets, yes. Actually, that was it.
Astounded here, but...
That's actually it, you are right. But
full wets was the best option.
But if you see the gaps, it's so tight. It's decided there by hundredth of a second. Here, Chessmaster Steve, PFC Steve, all with a 15-7. Great stuff here by the guys. As I talk you through the quali result, one more time, so Bullet Boy really commanding lead here on pole position, 1 second ahead of Mikhail Caesar. Javier in third place on his debut, great quali. Ali in fourth, Chess in fifth, great result for him. Team C Stevie G, Steve, Extrema, Graham, Matt, Chubbs, Unsafe Release, Cygate, Big Shark, Callum, Bomber, and Awesome Dude. Well,
yeah, and a couple of guys did choose to go for the intermediates in the latter part of the session, so the delta must have been pretty close still.
Yeah, it was actually a bit of a surprise, to be honest. So the rain was lighter in the end, but yeah, it was
no
how
one
it
managed
is.
to set a time on intermediates, so maybe the delta didn't really show the truth.
Yeah, show the truth for better improvement maybe. But a few guys improved in the end. That's what counts in the end for good track position for the race. As for the race, you can see bright sky, no rain at all, and it's good to see.
This is gonna be a strategy contest, I think.
Now everybody has free tire choice. What would you do now? I think best option would be medium for the race start. Or even the softs, or even the softs maybe.
You could go on the soft. It depends on your tire management. In my case, I had a very difficult time going soft medium, but it's definitely possible. So yeah, I think you can go on all 3 tires and be competitive here. But soft mediums is the best option, I think.
But really interesting tire selection throughout the field indeed. So the 2 leaders here on the front row of the grid going for the mediums. So the drivers not really agree what's the best strategy. So that makes it so interesting. Now everybody on same rubber or same material, I think, here with softs and all the medium runners between them. That should be really interesting. And Javier, Ali, Jazz, Stevie G on softs and with PFC Steve, so the 2 Steves behind each other once again. He's on mediums. Then we have Extrema on softs. Graham, Matt, Captain Jobs, the 2 Haas boys behind each other. Also Unsafe Release on mediums. Then Cygate, Big Shark on softs. Callum goes for the really surprising strategy on hards. Bomber on softs and Awesome Dude on mediums. So let's see how that all unfolds now. 36 laps should be really interesting, should be a real cracker in terms of racing, I hope. Clean race, especially. Oh, look at the crowd. They are absolutely going crazy here. Great stuff.
So obviously we're going 36 laps. We have a elevation change of 65 meters, so up and down. 677 meters above sea level. So a bit of thin air, but not as much as Mexico. But you take the start, I'll be on board with Captain Chubbs. Let's see what happens.
Alright, we are ready for Division 3. Round number 9, here in Austria. We have 3, 4, 5 red lights. And we're on the way for the Austria Grand Prix. That's a good start for Bullet Boy. And that's Caesar behind. Javier in third place. Chessmaster already alongside the 2 Williams behind. And Steve Extrema as well. But so far everything's good. Steve.
Yeah, looks pretty clean back here.
Caesar making a move on Bullet Boy, but he can hold in. There's Javier, the debutant. He tried to make a move, but he couldn't sneak through. That benefited Jazzmaster in the end. And still side by side between the leaders. But that's now Caesar into the lead of this race. Also Jazzmaster and Javier battling around. Oh, that's a lot of position changes in the midfield. Bullet Boy, he drops positions now in the second sector of this opening lap. Close battling already.
Yeah, Chessmaster advantage on the softs.
So he lost out just a little bit due to his tire choice. That was
Side by side here.
expectable here for the McLaren driver, but he tries to hold it. As Caesar has a bit of a gap there. 1.6 seconds already. And a really clean opening lap. Oh, look at this! And now in lap 2, there's a collision. Extremer and Steve. They come together into turn 1. And more close fights there with unsafe release. And awesome dude as we have Chess and Bullet Boy really close.
Side by side. Chess has the inside here for turn 4. But Bullet Boy sticks it around the outside, he leaves space. But now surely Chessmeister has the better position.
Side by side still here into turn 6 and 7. Now the inside line for Bullet Boy. Great racing between these two.
Yeah, they've been side by side for a lap now.
Ali made the move.
Caesar just pouncing on less than 2.7 seconds ahead.
Also the two Williams guys coming through the field now. As Team Steve is pressurizing. As TVG is pressurizing Bullet Boy and Chessmeister. As Xavier is in the pits unfortunately. Now DRS activated on this lap and Chessmeister could be a sitting duck now on this long straight. Around the outside there for Bullet Boy. He leaves the space. And now has DRS.
Yes, Stevie G wants to get in on this action as well.
Yes, Stevie G watching with great interest. Chessmeister still defends his position. Great defending by Chessmeister. Also with this tire advantage, but he's doing a great job. And now up the inside for Bullet Boy. Still side by side like last lap. Great action. Still side by side. And that battling just allows Caesar to disappear into the distance. And now Steve just waiting for a crash to pounce. Oh, there's contact with Chessmeister and Bullet Boy, and that allows Stevie G to sneak through.
Yeah, Bullet Boy lets him go. I think that's the correct call. I think that Bullet Boy just turned in a little bit too quickly there, so fair play to Bullet Boy.
And that
this allows Ali to go for a move here.
And that's what CBG was waiting for, as we have Ali and Bullet Boy, as you say. Around the outside, that's still really close here in the top 5. Extrema making the move on Bomber, but we stay here at the front. Also Chessmeister back on CVG. The two Williams.
Typical Austria racing. DRS trains all over the place and close racing. This is what we want to see.
In the background as well there. Chubbs and Graham battling. Graham is going for the inside. And he's making that move stick. Yes, he does. 6th place for the Red Bull driver. Now the chance for him to close the gap here to the DRS train.
Yeah, and Chessmaster and Stevie G managed to get advantage from their strategy by going onto the softs and managed to get past Bullet Boy. So
yep.
Let's see how long their tires will last now.
Could be a crucial moment for this race as Saget gets past Captain Jobs, also on
Here we go.
better tire. Oh, look at this, he makes it free wide maybe. No, he backs out of it at the last second. And now he could get both up the inside, but better traction on the outside there for the Williams driver. What a race so far, and it's only lap 5.
He wants to go down the inside.
Switch maybe and then over by Chessmeister, but he doesn't have the space. And again, side by side through this section here, and that's Stevie G back into 2nd place and already 6 seconds behind Caesar. Caesar is loving this so far.
Yeah, he's really gaining advantage from that.
Around the outside of turn 9, that would be a nice move. He's still there, he's running out of space a little bit. Could give Chessmeister a run on him. But he also has DRS. Not easy to make a move to turn 1, but he goes for it. Risk
Yeah,
it!
but look at the ERS team. Our Bullet Boy with 90%, Stevie G
Oh yeah.
3%.
Oh yeah. He's squeezing everything out of this car so far.
He really wants to keep this position, but surely now Bullet Boy. No, Stevie G is still in there.
He's fighting with everything he has. Now 3%, as you said, that's a good point. But Bullet Boy can't make the move into turn 4, locks up as well. Captain Chubbs is close to Sygate. Sorry for the guys at the back there due to TV time. But the whole feed, look at this, the whole feed is still so close. Unfortunate for the guys.
Prioritize this front
Oh, Big Shock is out of the race! Oh, there's a big crash! Captain Chubbs and Awesome Dude involved here. That was out of turn 6. Jesus Christ. Big Shock retired already.
Yeah,
Oh.
I didn't catch that one.
Just caught the end of it, unfortunately. As Graham goes up the inside of Ali and up into 5th place. Unfortunately, you've seen great racing the first 6-7 laps. I know there was contact, but they're still racing with Team Z, CVG, and Bullet Boy still side by side for these guys.
Yeah, and it's gonna be interesting because these softs needs to last another at least 5-6 laps. So,
and Ali,
this battling isn't really helping the tire management.
Oh yeah, that's a good point as well. The tires go down really quickly with all that battling. Ali has come back at Graham. That cost him a little bit of time here behind the Williams driver. Maybe he was involved as well there in this collision.
Should be faster now. The softs should give away slowly but surely.
Yeah. Just to answer your question, Asim, yeah, there was rain in qualifying. Was a wet session. Was really intense, and now the race is even more intense as Bullet Boy now goes up the inside to turn 3, and now he has got the job done. Has he? Oh, he's still there. Even with
got the ERS.
Even with 2%, 1% ERS, he's not giving up. But now he's behind.
Yeah, surely now Bullet Boy got this back.
Also Graham now back on the hard, but Ellie's still there up the inside. Graham side by side also with him, but better traction around the outside, and Ellie has to back out of it.
I'm really impressed by these front guys here. Really good racing, leaving each other space, but not being overly polite per se.
Yeah, it's really good to see. But the man who loves this the most should be Mercurial Caesar with almost 6 seconds in the lead here in lap 9 of 36. He just can manage his tires and manages ERS and fuel and just, yeah. Race your race.
Count up Bullet Boy. We know how strong he is.
Oh, unsafe release, going for the move on Sygate. And Graham Ellie again. I think Ellie has wing damage on the right hand side, if I'm not mistaken.
I would agree on that, yes.
Yeah, I think he was involved in that Awesome Dude and Big Shark crash. I'm not sure what happened there. Might be a report in the end.
See Matt Holmes on Sygate. Goes for the switchback.
And Matt Holmes into 9th place behind Sygate. Bomber in the points actually, so good start for him.
And we can see the first guy in the pits. It's Ali.
Ali, that's a free place for everyone.
Let's see, he should go on the hards here. I don't see how he would get those mediums to last 26 laps. And surely, yes, he goes on the hards.
He goes on the hards.
Oh yeah, that was just a graphical glitch. on the odds.
Oh, late dive there by Matt Holmes, and he overcooks it completely into turn 3.
He must have broken the 50-meter board.
I was lucky not to hit Saige there in the process.
Yeah, here comes again.
Oh,
And he dives
yeah.
extremely late.
Really aggressive here. And again, Saige takes a position back, but really aggressively driven here by the Haas driver. But really surprising, to be honest, only making it 10 laps there, Ellie, on the softs.
Saige into the pits, maybe.
Oh,
yes, but that's a question of
what I was about to say. What was that pit entry? Completely coming across here.
Yeah, let's see how the stewards act on that one.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Awesome dude gets a 3-second time penalty. That's another big thing to point out on this track. Time penalties. You can get it almost in every corner.
Yeah.
Especially those last two, first corner as well. That's the main corners that you get the time penalties.
So, time penalties could decide a lot here tonight, as we see the overall changes in terms of the positions. So Bomber made up 8 places, also did 8 places from the back of the grid. A lot of drivers lost something due to crashes or early pit stops. And Caesar made up 1 place, and that's the place he wants to be, at the front.
Yep.
Good race so far, but this gap is coming down slightly, as the race has just come down a bit. They are forming gaps, and the battling has stopped for the moment. As I know from my experience, you can do softs to mediums or mediums to softs, like Graham did last week in France and took the victory from that.
Yeah, that's possible.
So let's see what the guys at the front will do here, who haven't pitted yet. As we know for sure, Callum Payne, he pitted already. No, he didn't. He started on the hards actually. So Ali pitted and Steve pitted. They will go to the end on hards. Also Saige, he's on mediums, and Extrema.
Yeah, only 4 people have pitted.
Yeah, Extrema as well. He will have to pit again.
Yeah, and Javier, I think he went on the softs again, so he has to pit.
Yep, that's true. Yeah, he's on the softs.
But as we can see in the front, Bullet Boy only 3.6 now behind. He was 6 seconds when it was the most, so definitely closing that gap. And Graham with a 3-second time penalty. Not surprising, it's in the first corner.
You just have to go slightly wide there on this yellow sausage curb, and you get a warning. It's a bit.
Yeah, it's very easy.
It's annoying, to be honest. It's really annoying. Really inconsistent penalty system. Codemasters
you don't
hasn't
really
patched.
gain that much time either.
Yeah.
Of course, you gain a lot of time if you really go wide, but yeah, it's very sensitive.
Yeah, it really is. And you sometimes lose time when you do this, and you still get a penalty. So you get double punishment.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Also, Chessmeister in a good 4th place, a great qualifying, and now has the pace to keep up here in the top 5 as Steve pits. Let's see what tires he will choose.
I would guess on the mediums.
It's the yellow stripe tire indeed. So he should be able to get to the end with that tire. Comes out in clean air. Yes, he will.
Let's see Captain Chubbs now. Easy move around Javier.
Breeze past him for 9th place.
I think Javier would have a go here.
Down the inside. Better traction around the outside for Jobs, and he can keep it.
Yeah. But 11 laps old softs. They should be around 60%, so not much grip on those.
Yeah, to be fair, the softs are not too bad around this track, and they've also started on a fresh set of softs, so for me they should come to lap 14, 15, 16. And then
yeah,
go...
Chessmeister should pit this lap.
Oh, Bomber and Awesome Dude. Awesome Dude made the move on the Spaniard. We see the gap coming down at the front. Caesar and Bullet Boy. I think the race win is between these two guys.
Yeah, Caesar's last lap was a 1:8.9. Bullet Boy is doing 1.8.4.
Oh, again, Captain Jobs and Javier. Sorry, still a fight here going on for 9th place. And again, down the inside for Jobs, and he takes that place back. Good fight here between these two.
Let's just see if Chessmeister pits now. And he does.
Oh, Ellie. I think he got by Cygate. Yes. So let's see where he will come out. Will be interesting to see. Let's stay on board here with Javier and Jobs. And Bomber pits as well. Oh, where's Chessmeister? He's leaving the pits now in the fast lane. As Javier again is right up his tail as he loses the back end there. Out of turn 1. Could be safe here, Captain Jobs, in this occasion. And Chessmeister comes out in clean air. That's what you need on fresh tires. To push and get them up to temperature. But Jobs is safe this lap. And now Caesar. He still goes on. Bullet Boy pits though. So that's a crucial phase of this race now, Simon. Where will Bullet Boy come out? If he comes out to traffic, that could play into Caesar's hands.
Is he going on the hards?
Let's see, have a quick look. He's going on softs.
He goes for the softs.
Oh, is he going for the 2-stop? We are not
you
even
said last week that Bullet Boy is gonna do a crazy strategy and might do it this week. Because so how many laps are that? Like,
we are not even halfway through, and he's going for
18 laps
on soft tires.
That's a bit stretchy.
Yeah, might be aiming for the 2-stop, but that's not the way to go here really. As he tries to make the move on Awesome Dude instantly here, not to lose too much time. Now it's Ravi and Jobs, also Steve.
Yeah, that's what Stevie G here.
Yep. Right behind that battle. He tries to go up the inside. Side pod contact a bit here.
Be patient, Steve. Be patient.
Don't rush it too much. Don't overpace your car.
Yeah, he's got a way better tire advantage here, so. And Javier might pit this lap as well, so.
I think Bullet Boy's on a 2-stop, you know. Oh, they are pulling over to the right-hand side. That means Javier pits.
And now we should have a Captain Chops in the back.
Oh, Bullet Boy and Matt Holmes into turn 1, easy as you like. And Steve also into turn 1 on Chops. Oh, that's Callum, I think. He has a problem. I'm not sure, he dropped a few places. There was a yellow flag. I'm not sure what was that for. As Javier comes out of the pits. Behind Bomber. And the only battle, still this Stevie G Captain Jobs battle. Cygate is close to early. Let's have a close look who hasn't pitted yet. So a few guys yet to make a pit stop as Javier makes the move on a Bomber just coming out of the pits. That was actually his second pit stop of the
Fastest
debutant.
lap incoming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, the boy's flying.
So a few guys yet to pit. Unsafe release, Graham, Caesar, Matt, Awesome Dude, and Jobs. So is Callum. And Bullet Boy tries to hunt down Unsafe release now. Should be the good chance now to make this move on the Ferrari driver. Easy as you like, with the tire advantage.
Way better.
So let's see, have a look at the leader, Caesar. Does he pit now? No, he doesn't. He goes on. What about Graham?
I would wait to like lap 22 for Caesar Graham. Then you go on the softs and then you go to the end. Maybe like 21.
As Bullet Boy now makes the move on Graham, fast lap of 106.672.
Let's see if Awesome Dude can get Matt Holmes on the up to turn 3 now. Chuck's on overtake.
I think from now on you
Holmes
can pit. I think the softs can do 16 laps.
Yeah, you can.
Around this track, yeah. As Awesome Dude now makes the move for 5th place. So now the pit window is open for these guys. And the gap is only 11 seconds between Caesar and Bullet Boy. So with Bullet Boy probably on a 2-stop, it will be interesting to see how that all plays out. For Bullet Boy, for Caesar, and all the guys who haven't pitted yet.
For those guys who watch Division 2, we saw a safety car around this time in the race. And it really favored the guys who started on the mediums. So if a safety car would come out in the next 2 laps, then it would spice things up.
Yeah, that for sure. Would be good to see, actually. And this gap is coming down quickly now, under 10 seconds. So Caesar should pit quickly, not to lose too much time on those worn mediums.
Yeah, but I have a hard time seeing that Bullet Boy will go to the end. I think he's gonna pit again, you know.
Yeah, I think as well. That's what I've thought, that he's on a 2-stop. Due to that crazy strategy he was mentioning. Yeah.
But he could still get the win, you know. He's gaining around 2 seconds per lap at the moment, so.
Now Caesar is still going on. Into lap 22.
Graham pits though.
Graham pits. What about Unsafe release? He follows... No, he doesn't follow him. Awesome Dude.
Stays out.
He stays out as well. So does Matt. So let's see Graham where he will come out. Captain Chubbs is through. Chessmaster is through Ellie. There's Ellie and Sygate battling.
Should be ahead of Ellie.
Yeah. By a great margin. That's P9 for him with a few guys yet to pit. So Graham is still on for good result here. Top 5 for sure. With the pace he has now on those fresh softs.
I think he's got a podium in the making here.
Yeah, also with the penalties. If he's really good on not getting penalties, so with all the penalties in the back for the guys at the front, he's still in the charge here.
I saw Graham getting 3 seconds before, but of course I haven't seen everything.
That's true. I think he got 1 penalty.
Caesar pits.
Yes, he pits.
And
no.
Unsafe release pits as well. Awesome Dude stays out, and Matt Holmes stays out.
Maybe they're
Captain Shops
praying for a safety car. when they've seen the Division 2 race coming out into lap 22-23. There's Caesar has come out behind Awesome Dude and 11 seconds behind Bullet Boy.
This is Matt Holmes with Caesar and Awesome Dude.
He hasn't pitted yet. As Anse Feliz and Jobs leave the pit lane now in traffic, I assume. Yeah, Anse Feliz in 11th place, Captain Jobs in 13th place. And now he has to clear Awesome Dude SAP to not lose so much time to Bullet Boy.
Yeah, but Awesome Dude should pit this lap, so
I think he does.
No need to panic.
Yeah.
Matt Holmes also goes into the pits.
So that's that problem sorted for the Racing Point driver. So that was more likely undercut there by Graham on these guys, if you can say that. So a huge undercut. But I think he was in front anyway before the pit stops. But he has gained even more time. Ali's now in 6th place, second in 7th, Ravier in 8th, Anse Feliz and Bullet Boy!
He's out.
He retired from the session. What happened? In the lead with 12 seconds. He lost it there? That's a really unusual place to lose it.
Yeah, and you don't have much speed there either, so...
What happened to Bullet Boy here? It was long out of traction zone coming to turn 6.
Yeah, and his soft was only 7 laps old, so... It was not like he had zero grip.
Yeah, really, really strange. Is that a safety car everybody was waiting for? But it doesn't seem like it. There's a safety car deployed.
Oh.
Oh. That's unfortunate for Bullet Boy.
That's the win wrapped up for Caesar then. Of course, anything can happen, but he's looking very good for the win now. Let's see Javier now.
Also Anse Feliz has double toe here on both Alfa Romeos. Oh, both Alphas late on the brakes. He goes up the inside. Good committed move by Anse Feliz, and also the chance for the second move on the second DRS straight. Has to go around the outside.
Yeah, with soft, he should get this move done.
Better traction around the outside. And he uses his tire advantage here really well to make those moves. Oh, he backs out of it in the end, actually.
Yeah, that was weird. I thought he lagged, but he just braked.
He backed out of it. He thought he was still there. And Graham now in a 4th position here. Oh, still side by side. Oh, he spins! He can hold it! Oh,
and then comes Awesome Dude.
Contact, and Awesome Dude takes everything here. Thank you very much. I take all of your positions.
Yes, like you're getting a slightly bit of oversteer in the last corner, and that allows Awesome Dude to slide up through.
Almost contact between the two Alfa Romeo teammates on the straight.
Let's see if they leave his cut of space. Yes.
Psyche shouldn't fight too much, so his teammate has the tire advantage. So I think they should play the team game here to gain positions or points for the team. Look at this, they are fighting and they are just hurting each other because Anse Feliz has come through as well. Now instead of playing the team game, they prefer to fight, and that has cost them massively now in terms of grid position and points in the end as well. That was a weird one.
Helicopter shot there.
I haven't got one in this evening, unfortunately.
Yeah, because
look at this! I just have to complain. There's one with Awesome Dude. Closing up to Ali, he's on 17 lap old hearts. And Awesome Dude is on 4.
Matt Holmes now down inside turn 1.
Oh yeah. Oh, look at this. Still the two alphas ready to fight. And also awesome dude. I was watching that as well. He's here for 5th place. Great race.
Yikes.
Oh, Matt Holmes dives in way too deep, and that's the under and over for Javier.
Still has the arrest though.
Oh, that's a late lunge, but he can just about hold it. Not to make contact. And as you say, great prediction, mate. Graham, look at this. He's up the tail of Chessmeister. You can see escape gearbox already with a clear tire advantage. And he could catch Steve as well here. Well, that might be a corner cut as Jobs gets the penalty. Oh, let's see if Graham can make this move. The better tires around the outside of turn 3 into first gear. Out traction him. Oh, slight contact. But Chess is not giving up. He has the DRS activated now, up the inside.
Awesome dude in the wall.
Oh, awesome dude! Oh no, awesome dude. He had a great race.
I don't know if he lost his wing though. He's still in this.
And now Graham got the job done. Slight lag here. But he is in P3 anyway. Now 5.5 seconds to Steve. With 8.5 laps to go.
Yeah, that was weird. Awesome dude. I saw him in the walls, but his wing looks good, and yeah, I guess he just slid a little bit in the traction.
Yeah, lost 2 positions as well. That's what hurts the most if you lose the points.
Yeah, an unsafe release didn't manage to get past Ali with those 19 tires, 19 laps, all tires.
Great job by Ali here, but now he's in good position for that 5th place.
Yeah, easy move.
And Captain Jobs on Cygate, also on the straight, really easy overtake.
Okay, so 7 laps to go. Let's see if Graham can get the Stevie G. He has 4.6 seconds. Needs around 6/10 per lap. I want to see the lap times. So Graham is doing 7.7 around there.
Graham?
Stevie G is doing 8.4s around there. So that's around 6-7 so it's gonna be close.
Oh, there's Stevie G! Off the... Oh no, oh he has lagged out for lobby. He lost connection, Stevie G in 2nd place. He lost connection. I just saw him there in turn 1. I thought he crashed, but it was actually lag. As awesome dude on 2nd place. Unfortunate stuff for him. Matt Holmes and Ellie again. Now Ellie's really struggling on those old hearts.
Not much you can do when people have new softs.
Oh, where's Graham? Now he has overtaken him already for 2nd place.
Yep. And this allows Chess to get in to the podium places.
That would be massive drive here by...
I don't know if he has been on the podium this season.
I think he hasn't, to be honest. I think he hasn't.
Yeah. I think he will be really delighted if he can get on the podium here.
I think what's worth mentioning here in Division 3 is what's really special as well. We had 6 different race winners so far this season. And Caesar would get his 2nd win actually this season here in Austria.
Isn't it more than 6?
I think Foggy got one as well, but he was a Division 2 reserve. He won in Monaco, but I didn't count him in here.
Okay, yeah. But Graham won last week.
Graham won last week, yeah.
And I know that Bullet Boy has won, I know that Albin has won.
Extrema has won.
Extremis won, yeah.
As Gemella, but he dropped out of the league, and Ziza now is on for a second win.
Has Ali won a race?
Ali hasn't, I think. I think he hasn't.
Yeah, that's correct, yeah.
But that just
But yeah,
shows
as you say, it's a very close league.
Yeah, how balanced that league is. It's good to see everybody can win here. Maybe Safety Car would have spiced it up a little bit more in terms of close fights, like we've seen it in Division 2. But as you can see in lap 32 of 36, it's still really close here in the field. Close fights for points, as you can see here with Ali and Ravier with Sector 2 caution. What's that for?
I have no idea.
Extrema actually left the session. As Ali and Ravier again. And unsafe release, and yeah, he's still not in his car, which is a shame.
But let's watch Awesome do the non-safe release here. Both on similar tires. So this is for net P4.
Yeah. And in the background as well, Matt Holmes goes through. So everybody gets a free position now. Would be a massive result here for Ferrari. P3 and P4. And as you might not know, you have to cross the line as a driver, not as a ghost. If you cross the line as a driver, you won't get any points. Ah, that's a shame for Steve. In second place, and now that happens.
Awesome dude now with DRS. Chucks it on overtake. Should be an easy move here.
Indeed, also Ravier and Anse Feliz. Or Matt Holmes as well, so everything's kicking off in these dying laps. Captain Jobs. Oh, that's a ghost again. Yeah, also penalties could decide everything now. But 7.7 seconds to Chessmeister. I think Chessmeister has almost secured that podium.
Yeah, and I know that Graham has 3 seconds, and if Chessmaster has 0 penalties, then you know what that means.
Would be a big day for Chessmeister. Awesome dude also.
But I don't want to look at the race director at the penalties. It's much more fun to.
Yeah, I don't look at it as well to have it as a surprise. And look at Awesome dude, what a great drive that was tonight. From the back of the grid to P4. And now Team CCVG has dropped out of the points, and that's a point there for Cygate.
13 places Awesome dude has.
Good candidate here for driver of the day for sure.
Yeah, and I'll say for release as well, gaining 7.
Oh yeah, position. Top 5 and still on 4.
Still not out of the question for
fourth play. Great stuff. Also great debut by our new Alfa Romeo driver, Javier.
Yep.
In
one
6th
of
place.
Players who's gone for the 2-stop, making it work.
Also have a quick look at Callum Payne. He's still racing, so fair play to him. Not the best debut he would have wanted, but all credit to him to continue. You know, Stevie G is not able to join back. Also Steve, he's 36 seconds behind. He just got lapped and tries everything. Was hoping for safety car, it didn't come. So, but yeah, it's good to try till the end. You never know what happens.
Yeah, fair play.
Fair play to these guys. Hope they have a better one next time in Britain.
So again, one, that's Bomber.
Oh, Bomber! Oh, Bomber spun! That is, yeah. Turn 1.
Flags in 1, 2 and 3. Yep, still 1, 2 and 3.
Every sector now.
But I don't see any cars off the road.
Caesar is starting his final lap of this Austrian Grand Prix. Great stuff by him. Since Bullet Boy has retired, it was an easy game for him to manage it till the end on those softs. Great race again by Graham after his win last week in France. He carries his momentum to Austria, gets another podium in terms of, not try of the day, but fastest lap. That was the Bullet
Sorry to
Boy.
interrupt here, but Unsafe Release could have a good run here. It's not over for P4.
Yeah. Just to finish that, Bullet Boy got the fastest lap, but he retired, so nobody would get the extra point for that. But as you say, it's not over just yet. He has a good run.
Yep.
DRS open. But he backs out of it. He backs out of it.
Yeah, Unsafe Release, a bit cautious on the braking.
Maybe he knows the penalty situation, I'm not sure. Doesn't want to risk it, but I don't want to miss Caesar crossing the line as he wins the Austrian Grand Prix, full 25 points. Congratulations, great stuff by the Racing Point driver.
Yeah,
as he takes the Division 3 championship lead as well. Great 18 points by Graham. Fantastic performance.
Yes,
and look at Jazzmeister. He gets a podium. What a race from Jazzmeister. Awesome dude in Javier in 4th place. He had less penalties. Ali up into 5th place. Ali in 5th place. Awesome Unsafe Release in 6th place. Awesome dude in 7th place. Matt Holmes down to 8th. Captain Jobs in 9th. Saige gets the final point in 10th. Then with Stevie G, he is still here as a ghost. But his ghost gets a point. Saige down to 11th, but I think Saige will get a point. Yeah. As he didn't cross the line as a driver. Bomber has no wing, unfortunately, but he finishes the race in 12th place. PFC Steve in 13th and Callum Payne in 14th place.
Unsafe Release and Awesome Dude must have had quite a bit of penalties.
Yeah,
because both Ali and Javier were quite a far bit back.
So congrats to Caesar again. Caesar Gaming is really happy on stream indeed, so he can be really satisfied with that result. Great stuff. And will be the new championship leader of Division 3.
Yeah, fair play to Caesar, Javier and Ali, having no penalties at all. That's really impressive on a track like this.
Indeed. Really good to see. So Ravi and Ali, they benefited in the end, and great stuff also by Ali to get into the top 5 on those really worn hard tires. And yeah, it was a really good race, a really action-packed race. And in terms of try of the day, Simon, who would you give it to?
Yeah, I mean, Awesome Dude dropped a few positions, but from P17, gotta give it to him.
Awesome Dude.
Yep.
Alright, as you're the guest, I'll let you decide. So it's a fixed decision now by Simon. Awesome Dude then, try of the day here in the Austrian Grand Prix. As you see the unofficial result in the overview here. Congratulations again to the podium. Also, Javier on a great debut. It was good to see. Matt Holmes in the end gets 8th place. Steve won't get the point as we mentioned. Saige will get that, so Team ZCVG will DNF. Extrema DNF'd as well, so he lost connection as well, or left the session. Bullet Boy DNF'd, and also Big Shuck. Yeah, it was a good race, Simon. How would you sum it up? Did you like it?
I really liked it. Austria always provides good racing, so my expectations were high and they were met. So fair play to Division 3.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. It was good racing tonight. GG to everybody who made it into the points.
Yeah, especially in the beginning, I gotta say. Side-by-side racing like every lap, so it's easy if you like go a bit wide, you can hit another car, but it was clean all throughout. Of course, a few incidents. We're always gonna have a few incidents, but what we saw in the front there was really impressive.
It was really good. That just provides more action for next week's race, which is the Britain Grand Prix in Silverstone. So we can't wait for that as well, how those races will unfold. We are starting off in Division 1 on Monday with me in the commentary box again. Should be a real cracker, so home of British motorsport. Great track and corners like Corps, Stowe, Beckett's, Chapel. We all know them. We wanna race there, then Tuesday with Division 2 and Division 3 on Friday again. So that's it for me and Simon. Thanks for joining, Simon, was great.
Yeah, my pleasure.
And we all see you next week in Silverstone. So keep it safe and keep racing.
Keep racing.